Welcome back, friends. This is Brett. I'm the owner and principal designer of Lewis & Rose Interiors, and today we have another room reveal, and it's kitchen, which is my favorite. This kitchen was really fun to work on. Before we kind of walk you through some of the fun design elements, I wanted to give you a little bit of background information on how we even came up with this design and who the clients are. So whenever we have clients wanting a kitchen renovation, we have them walk us through their original kitchen. Tell me the pain points of your kitchen. Does anything work for you? What are the things at the end of this project that if they weren't fixed, you wouldn't have wanted to do this project at all? So for this project, the clients gave us a priority list. She said she wanted a giant island as a non-negotiable. She also said she wanted as much natural light as possible. And then she wanted really custom, well-planned storage or cabinetry. So we took all of that information, we went to the drawing board. Step one in kitchen planning, kitchen design is always space planning. Anybody who tells you anything different, well, they're just incorrect. So when we started to do our space planning, what we realized is where their previous kitchen was, which was in the middle of their house, it just wasn't gonna work. There was no way that we could give them a giant island, lots of cabinets, and lots of natural light. So we threw a curveball at them, and we actually proposed to completely switch their living room and their kitchen, and they said yes, which doesn't happen all the time, so it made us really excited. So that is where we kind of ended up with the kitchen as it is. We were able to double the square footage of the kitchen, give them custom cabinetry galore, and then we have light flooding in from two sides of the kitchen. So we were able to nail every single one of their priority items. For the actual design, the aesthetic of this kitchen, we kind of lovingly dubbed this as a nod to mid-mod, is what we're calling it. What is mid-century style actually about? Because that was something that was really important to these clients. They have a lot of really fun vintage pieces. Their house is a mid-century architecture. And so mid-century, the beauty there is all about minimalism. The less is more philosophy. And so all of the pieces from that era, you'll notice that they're really streamlined in their architecture and how they look. But the fun part is they typically, like for upholstery, they typically have really bright or obnoxious patterns on them, or you might have lots of clean minimalist lines and then big, bold pops of color. So that's what we wanted to infuse in this kitchen. Really build it off of clean, minimal lines, and then give them that little bit of quirk, that little bit of pop of color in really interesting architectural pieces. So one of the first things, the anchoring piece of this kitchen, is this beautiful, massive island. We knew we wanted to go with a slab. This is a quartz slab. We knew we wanted to go with a piece that was really bold and unusual. You don't typically see this dark of a quartz with this deep, bold veining, but they loved it, and this allows the eye to go right to the middle of this island. The other thing with this island that helps it be the anchoring piece are my favorite part of this island, and it might be one of my favorite parts of any kitchens we've done, are these pendants. It's a red wood veneer. I like to call them the ribbon pendants because of the movement. Really great for the era of mid-century. Again, they're really streamlined and minimal, but incredibly interesting visually. And so your eye, when you walk into this kitchen, it just comes to this island, and it creates that simple but wow factor that we were going for. One of the other areas that we wanted to again, give the juxtaposition of minimalism meets pop of color is in this backsplash. So we have this really deep teal picket backsplash, but we only brought it up to here. And then we put this really clean lined ledge right here, and we kept all of this back wall open without any cabinetry. When we are designing a kitchen from scratch, we'd like to take inventory of everything that they own Do you have a whole lot of wine glasses? Do you have lots of plate storage? Do you need lots of pantry storage? For this client, pantry storage was really important because before they were using their laundry room, also doubling as a pantry. So we scratched that and we gave them what's called integrative pantries. So the interesting thing about integrated pantries, and by that I mean it's cabinetry that has the purpose of a pantry. It gives it a really streamlined, clean look. Sometimes it can be a hard sell to a client because they don't quite understand the purpose of it, because they'll say, oh, well, I have a walk-in pantry and it feels like it's so big to me. But what is misleading about walk-in pantries, especially here where we are in the Dallas area, just because they're walk-in pantries doesn't mean that they have a lot of space, and it doesn't mean that they have a lot of usable space. You might be able to walk in, but you may only have a few areas of shelves. So with integrated pantries, and I would actually show you the inside, but a homeowner does live here and I don't want to show all their personal stuff. But the great thing about integrated pantries is every inch of the inside of the cabinet is purposeful and planned. And so there is no wasted space in here. We have pull-out drawers. That way you can reach all the way in the back. We have baskets, we have dividers, kind of everything in that previous inventory list that we had taken has a place in these pantries. So it may not look like a lot of space, but it's all usable space because of the custom nature of it. All right, guys, so thanks for following them around this kitchen, our mill pond project. This has been such a fun one to work on just because we don't get a lot of mid-century requests around here. So this one's really fun and allowed us to kind of stretch our design fingertips a little bit. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. We would love to interact with you guys as we always do. Comments, questions, anything that you like, let us know. And don't forget to subscribe, and we hope to see you on the next video.